who are anti-human and who see you as dog meat. And they've been very good at making it all look very reasonable what they're doing. All right, I'm going to your calls and a bunch of other news ahead of Stewart Rhodes joining us to break down what's happening. Constitutional law scholar, Yale graduate, top of his class, Army paratrooper, Ranger, the whole 9 yards. Worked for Ron Paul for many years. We'll get his take on Ron Paul up front. Then we'll get into his thesis paper, a decade or so ago, getting into martial law, how it can be brought to America, the NDAA, and the fact that you can't legalize tyranny. So that's coming up with Stewart Rhodes, and we'll also take some calls towards the end of the interview with Stewart. But here we are now, an hour and 36 minutes into the transmission, or 37 minutes in, and I haven't plugged anything. Everything I promote and plug, when you hear me intro something, you hear me promoting something with my voice, it means I believe in it. Now, you can take that for what it's worth, but whatever I promote, I'm into. And you heard a caller a few days ago, I meant to elaborate on it, and I didn't, say, Alex, I have your bumper sticker, Infowars.com, on my car, and everywhere I go, the police are fans, because there's a lot of good police out there, and people at the university are listeners. And he said, you know, every 4 or 5 people I talk to, at least one of them's a listener now. You're really starting to reach critical mass. Yeah, not only do you support us when you buy an Infowars.com t-shirt, you're going to meet like-minded people. You want to meet people that are into liberty? Wear an Infowars.com shirt. Have an Infowars.com bumper sticker. Have an In the Fed sticker. And we sell a whole bunch of bumper stickers at cost, by the way. We've just gotten some new bumper stickers in, some new designs, by the way. So they're at cost, what it cost us. In fact, they tried to get me to raise the prices a little bit back in the warehouse because they're like, you're actually losing money on this. But the point is, I want to get this information out, and that's how we reach new people. That's why when I say when you buy my films, get them, make copies. Obama Deception, Fall of the Republic, Endgame. The film I produced, Invisible Empire, which is excellent. Give them to people. Air them on Access TV. Again, we have this idea that we all have to beat the New World Order by ourselves overnight. There's not some dragon we can't corner in some cave and stab it in the heart. Well, then I'm not going to do it. Civilizations are built. And tyrannies are defeated inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter, millimeter by millimeter. And right now, we're gaining thousands of miles on the New World Order. I mean, the New World Order is stalling and trying to get everything done right now because it's running out of grease. It's like a big metal machine that's seizing up. Meanwhile, oil's pumping through us. I mean, we're getting more and more powerful, stronger and stronger. That's why the cornered rat that still has a lot of power is going to pull out all the stops. I mean, we are at an amazing threshold. Flashpoint, jump point, crossroads, tectonic shift, quickening, climax, acceleration, great time of change. Did I say quickening? I mean, it's here. And it's just going to get wilder, as I keep telling you. We're going to look back on 2012 as a cakewalk. But in all that adversity comes great opportunity. I mean, we were dying because we were living in slow death, slow New World Order, hidden. Now it's coming out in the open. Now it's saying, okay, we tried to be cloaked to sell our agenda, but that didn't work, so now we're uncloaking. Look at how scary we are. Look at all the murders and death and evil. Aren't you intimidated? And people are going, no, I'm not intimidated. I mean, really at the moment that they uncloak themselves as the vampire-like, psychic vampire globalists they are, as they uncloak themselves, are we supposed to now all just run under the table? Or get mad at the messenger? No. This is what you were born to do. You were born to be here now. You're part of a generation that's seeing shifts in technology and culture and computing power that is going to just exponentially get wilder. We are in evolved in an amazing time. And it's just going to get wilder and crazier and stranger and more fantastical by the minute. And you notice some people are waking up to that and going, wow, others are getting more complacent. Things are boring. Nothing's going on. I'm sick of my iPad. Those are zombies, folks. Totally in the Matrix. I mean, this morning I walked out on the back porch and it was a frosty morning, giant moon in the sky, champagne sunrise, cup of coffee, 6 a.m. And I was just like, wow. The leafless black woods, the hill, watched a horse and a donkey in the ranch across from me, nibbling at the grass, heard coyotes howling, turkeys gobbling. It's unbelievable. And you can walk out anywhere you want and see beauty. One place you really see it is in the electric inquisitiveness and goodness of a child's eyes. And it is for the children that we do what we do. So don't let this train pass you by. Don't sit on the sidelines while the greatest events in human history are just beginning to unfold. It's like the concert, and you've heard them warming up. And it's an interesting sound, but suddenly the music is coming alive with the opening ballad. And this whole thing is about to begin. The good, the bad, the ugly. All of it in this huge passion play with real people on the stage, a planet hurtling through space at tens of thousands of miles an hour, circling a giant ball of flame with the nebulas in the universe all around us, and our wives and our husbands and our grandparents and our ancestors before, and streaming out our progeny to come. It's unbelievable. I mean, and these idiots don't know that there isn't a creator of all this. They can't resonate with it and feel it. You know what's good. You know what's bad. You know the law of the universe. You know ugly from beauty. You know innocence from corruption. All right, I'm going to stop preaching. The point is that I was going to do a short plug for waking people up, books, videos, and you support us, Infowars.com, the T-shirts, all of it. And we're running that special for a few more weeks where you can get all of my films for 70+% off the Everything Special. Great weapon in the Infowar. We've also got a bunch of new films we're carrying, like A Noble Lie, the Oklahoma City Inside Job movie. Excellent to expose the vampires. And, yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm done plugging. Infowars.com or 888-253-3139. Rocco, thank you for holding from North Carolina. Instead of how about them Bears or how about them Cowboys, how about that Ron Paul? They keep saying he can't win, and the underdog is rising. What do you say about that?
Oh, we know some people are talking the truth, but we're not going to hear that in corporate media. It may be a coincidence, Alex, but I don't know if you visited WorldNet Daily's website. It really looks like InfoWars now. They redid the whole website, but the content doesn't. They ran a hit piece yesterday called the Ron Paul Saul Alinsky. It was terrible. The good thing is, though, they did put up comments. They didn't take them down. You know, people, I was putting up links and stuff. But, again, it looks like InfoWars, but the content's not quite there yet.
Well, I mean, Joseph Farah overall walks a line between being kind of neocon, pro-war, because he is Lebanese, and I know the Lebanese Christians have been persecuted, and that does happen. And so, he is kind of a Likudnik. He's super pro what you'd call right-wing Israel, but it's left-wing, right-wing. It's all made up. And then separately, they do a lot of, anti-globalist stuff over the years. And I think overall, WorldNet Daily has done a good job. I mean, they've done more harm than good. Obviously, people are too weak-minded, a lot of them, to really face the truth. I mean, the truth is horrific. I mean, I was on more radio stations 12 years ago or 11 years ago than I am now. Now I'm on a lot bigger ones and stuff, so we have exponentially more listeners. And we're on XM and a lot of other stuff, but and #1 on the internet. But, stations were calling when I was saying 9/11's an inside job. I mean, I saw Building 7 blow up. I had all the evidence, and they were calling saying, they all thought I was going to stop. They said, tell Mr. Jones that, he's going to stop that or he won't be on next week. And I said, well, just tell him sorry, I'm not going to stop. And I said, if you got a problem with that, Ted, I'll just leave. And he said, no, I'm going to back your First Amendment. I'm not saying you should stop. We're just getting all these calls. And I called a few of the stations, and I said, look, here's the evidence. They said, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the evidence. I just can't have this. And I'm like, I understand. Just, I'm not trying to get in your face. I'm not trying to, say I'm going to do what I want just to be naughty. I cannot sell out what I believe to be true. Okay, I cannot compromise that. Just not going to happen. And so about 70% of the stations I was on dumped my show. Everybody was like, aha, look at Alex Jones. That was... I didn't even think about it. I mean, it's not even, it's not debatable. Why even be on the air if you're not telling the truth? Why even be on the air if you're not going in the hard places? But I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Alex, can I plug a website, Local Patriots in North Carolina?
Sure, go ahead.
It's founderstruth.org, founderstruth.org. We're educating voters, trying to get voters to think in terms of the Constitution, and we're looking for candidates we can support that will support the Constitution locally.
All right, buddy, I appreciate that. I've been really ranting here. Don in Michigan, you're on the air.
How you doing, Alex?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just a couple quick points and then a question for you to explain to the listeners. One thing is listen at work. I mean, this is so simple. I take my iPhone, I have a little speaker I plug into it. I'm only allowed to listen at break and lunch, but I take advantage of that. And I can't even tell you how many people that have woken up there. I'd have to sit there and try to tally it out. But at first they kind of laugh. They go, what are you listening to? And then pretty soon they're intrigued and they listen. So that's my point there. That work is a good advantage on your break time, freedom of speech. Second point is with saying America's gone. Both my parents are gone, bless their souls. And I can plaster their picture in every room, all over every wall. And that doesn't bring them back. But I can believe in their idea, and I can revive that and make that relevant.
Well, that's how you honor your ancestors, is by being a person that stands up against evil. I mean, that's why they say honor your forebears, honor your family name. I mean, it's so simple. That's all we've got, and it's so valuable. And sell all that out for some plastic Hollywood crud, this fake culture?
Exactly. I miss them dearly, just like I do miss America. But I can keep them around. I can revive them. I can revive the idea, just like you said. It is that easy. And my question is, explain to people the delegates and the whole voting process, because I think everybody gets nervous and scared. Oh, no, Romney won New Hampshire. It's over.
No, Ron Paul, especially if he has such a big ground force, can actually get even more delegates than even what his percentage showed. And he did that in Iowa, too. And people have got to go. They've got to be involved, and they've got to be delegates. That way, when they try to steal it from Ron Paul or